Hello, my name is Mary and I'm a volunteer with Kids Country. So what I'm going to do today is just show you a real simple recipe for potato salad and what you can add to it to change the recipe. So firstly, what you need to do is to cook your potatoes, and you can use salad potatoes, which are these in the front. And with these, all you need to do is wash them. You needn't peel them, and then put them in lightly salted water and bring them to the boil and cook them till they're soft. And you can do that by just putting your knife in to test, and if they feel soft, that's fine. And these are just ordinary potatoes which you do have to peel, and you cook them exactly in the same way. You may need to get an adult to help you because you'll be dealing with boiling water. Once they've cooked, you need to drain them. So put them into a colander, and the best thing to do is run cold water from the tap to take the temperature right down. This will stop them cooking, because if they continue to cook in their heat, then it could run the risk of them going mushy, and we don't want that. So once they've cooled down, make sure they're nice and dry, leave them to dry, and then they're ready to use. Now, before we start to use our knives, what we need to do this safely. And a good safety method is to get a cloth and lightly damp it, and just put that under your chopping board, like that, and it will stop the board from moving around, and that will be a lot safer for you. Also, make sure that when you're using your knives and cutting anything up, you pay attention and you look what you're doing and not what your friends are doing, because this is where we could run and get an accident cutting yourself. You'll see again today that I'm wearing gloves. You needn't do that. It's because my nails are painted, so I'm wearing gloves. Let's show you firstly cutting with a salad potato, and as you can see, it's roundish. Okay, now the easiest way to do that, and using the bridge technique, is to hold it there firmly down, and then using your knife, just cut along the middle, and that way you're not cutting onto your fingers. Okay, so keep that. And then what you'll have is a nice flat surface. Because if you try cutting this like this, the potato's going to move and then you could cut your fingers. So still using the bridge method, cut again through the potato in a long line, like that. And again with this piece. There we go. And then to dice it, tuck your fingers so your nail piece is under here, and then move it gently across. And that bit of knuckle stops you cutting into your fingers. Right. Continue cutting. Don't worry if you can see the skin starting to peel, that's fine. And then we'll finish off these last two potatoes. So bridge again, cut down the middle. There we go. Bridge again using that flat side, and cut there. Paying attention all the time and not what your friends are doing. There we go. Using that bridge again. That's it. And then we go back to the knuckle method. Might as well use these up. Have this for my dinner. That's it, that's all the potatoes done. Now into this, on a basic potato salad, you can put some onion, and I've got some ordinary chopped onion here, or you could use some spring onions, which are these. And the tops of the spring onion are very good for like a garnishy type thing there. And there's my, I've just simply ringed them, cut them. Same principle when I was cutting. But what I think I'll do is I'll put the plain onion in here. That's fine. Now, I'm not going to season this at all because I've cooked the potatoes in slightly salted water. So there's no need to add anything to it. Then we're going to take our mayonnaise, and you can measure it out on your spoon or just pour it in. I've got a nice squeezy bottle. Now, if you're not keen on mayonnaise, you could use salad cream. It's just what your preference is. Got a little bit of air in there. There we go. One more squirt. We don't want it too wet, but we want enough to cover the potatoes. There we go, making sure they're all covered in there. That's it, that's well, they're all well covered, the potatoes, and that's more or less it. Now you can use some chives to mix in with that gives it a nice garnish, or you can use a bit of the green spring onion a bit. I'll put a little bit of that in, but I'll put some chives in as well, and you can see that it gives that little bit of colour in there rather than it being so bland. If you don't like chives, you could use mint. I've got some dill here, which is quite nice to use. And I'm just going to simply take my scissors and cut a little bit off. And I bought these from the supermarket because mine in the garden, after all this frost and snow, have finished. So I bought it from the supermarket, and just gently snip it. Be careful not to cut your fingers. I have to be careful that I don't cut the rubber glove here. And just a bit in there. There we go. And you can see that gives it that little bit of colour. And that is your potato salad done. And then what you would do is transfer that into a nice serving bowl and enjoy it and eat. So that's your basic potato salad. Quick, simple and easy. Now what I'd like to do is just show you quickly what you could add to this potato salad, really, to turn it into a meal. And I've done some earlier, and these are some of my ones that I've got. I'll start with this one. This is just a what they call a vegetable salad, And all it is some onion, and I put some peas, and I lightly cook these carrots and then drain them, ran them under cold water and add it. And you've got your potato and vegetable salad, and you could serve that with any meat, fish, eggs, whatever. The second one I did with these potatoes, but you can do it with the salad one. And this is just ham and tomato. And then I put just a little bit of the chives on the top. Now, if you don't like tomatoes, because I don't know a lot of your children don't, you could just put some chopped cucumber in, or ideally both, whatever. So that makes a meal. And then this one, again, which was done with these potatoes, and that has some spring onions, Polish sausage, and chopped up gherkins, and some dill. And the dill you can do the same way as you did with the spring onion, and just not spring onion, sorry, the chives, and just gently cut it there, and it goes very well with the Polish sausage. And indeed, if you were doing, you could put prawns into your potato salad, and you order salmon and use the dill then. Another one that I have done is the tuna and sweet corn and a little bit of spring onion in there, and indeed you could add some cucumber. But that's just another variation of the potato salad. Now with these, you could take them in a pot with a lid on and have those for, if you take packed lunch to school, for a meal, because that becomes a meal because it's got protein in it. The other ones are just a complement to some meat, the plain potato salad and the vegetable salad. But whatever your preference is, there's all sorts of things you can put in. Have a go at it, have a play, and come up with some lovely recipes. But most of all, please enjoy. Thank you.